Hello guys, good morning. Welcome to your tutorial. Today is June the 23rd, 2020. Well, today's subject is about quick language, okay? Quick language from page 72 all the way to page 75, okay? This is quick language from week 3. Now, let's start by looking at today's agenda. Today's agenda, like I said, is about June 23rd, 2020, week 3 from quick language. First, we're going to start by doing the learning log pages, that is page 72 all the way to page 75, okay? Also, we're going to read the key language called The Myth of Perseus and the Medusa. We're going to read it, analyze it, and see what it's about. I think it's related to history, something like that, okay? Also, we're going to make a keyword review from page 74. We're going to check the definition from these words, okay? And look at the images, how we can use it in some sentence, okay? Well, guys, today you don't have no homework. Lucky you, and I hope that you enjoy your day, okay? So, well, guys, let's start by working on the activities.
Okay guys, this is the key language that we're going to start reading, okay? It's from Quick Language, week 3, and we're going to start reading it together. So please locate yourself on this key language and let's start to analyze it and see what it said. Quick Language. Key language, the myth of the Perseus and Medusa. Do you know about Pegasus, the famous Greek horse with wings? Do you know how Pegasus was created? His story is linked to the myth of Perseus and Medusa. Perseus was the son of Princess Danae of Argos and Cetus, the god of the sky and the ruler of all the Olympian gods. Perseus was given an important mission on a bright Sunday morning. He had to kill Medusa. If you looked at her, you turned into stone. Perseus had to kill her without looking at her. He could kill her with the right weapons. He got a mineral shield, winged sandals, a powerful sword, and an indivisibility helmet from the gods. He left at noon on the following day. He flew to the end of the world with the winged sandals. He saw a hidden cave between two mountains. He found Medusa in this cave. She could not see him because he was protected by the invisibility helmet. He saw her reflection on the mirrored shield, and he cut off her head with the mighty sword. Pegasus was born from the blood of Medusa after her death. Pegasus found him at the entrance of the cave, and Pegasus and Perseus flew back to Greece, and Perseus became a famous hero. He was given a medal at sunset. There was a huge celebration in the king's palace. Perseus killed Medusa by using his intelligence and powerful weapons. He could not have accomplished this important mission without the special weapons of the gods. Perseus is one of many heroes from Greek mythology. As you can see, Greek myths always include the health of Greek gods. Read the following sentence and decide if they are true or false. Now in this case, I'm just going to read this sentence and you're going to do it individually, okay? You're going to do it in your house, checking these statements. It says, Perseus was given an important mission on a bright Sunday morning to kill Medusa. Is that true or false? Perseus had to kill her without looking at her. Is that true or false? He left at midnight on the following day. Is that true or false? He flew to the end of the world with Pegasus. He saw a hidden temple between two mountains. He saw her reflection on the mirrored shield, and he cut off her head with his mighty sword. Pegasus was born from the blood of Medusa before her death. In last sentence, Perseus killed Medusa by using his intelligence and powerful weapons. So please click true or false, and after that, check your answer. It says, read the following statements and choose a statement that best describes the use of the preposition in the sentence. Only one option is possible. In this sentence, Perseus left at noon on the following day. The preposition at is used to describe an object's position, to describe a matter, to describe an action, or to show a specific time of the day. What do you think? In this case, in this subject, quick language, we're going to talk about prepositions. So it's really, really important, guys, to remember and rewind back all your ideas, okay, when you learn, I think in 3rd grade, 4th grade, or 5th grade, prepositions. Now we're going to review it again, okay? Here in this sentence also you have to check what is this preposition in means or describes. Okay, I need you to please do these 3 exercises. And over here it says, do you know about Hades, the Greek god of the underworld? He gave Perseus the invisible helmet. You will now read a short text about this mysterious god. Drag and drop the preposition that best completes the text. So over here you have to read this text, okay? While you're reading it, you have to drag, okay? These are the prepositions that you have. You have to drag these prepositions, you hold it tight and then drag it, okay? In the place where it belongs, okay? After that, you have to check. It says, Greek mythology is filled with fantastic stories about how the world was created, the adventures of brave heroes, and the natural order of things. Do you know any other myths? Would you like to find out about them? Why are prepositions important? And how many prepositions do you know in English? Well, guys, you have to ask yourself those questions because they're relative questions, okay? We have to know how many, you have to know how many prepositions you know because we're going to use these prepositions in this text, okay? So that's why it's important for you to know it. So now let's continue on the learning log pages. Learning log page 72. We're going to start by doing this page, okay? On this page you have the keywords, that is by, containers, counter, hold, base, and within, okay? Later at the end, we're going to analyze these keywords. Now, we're going to do first this exercise from this page, page 72, that it says, read the following passage. What is the most interesting fact you learned about Greek bases? So, well, guys, here you have to read this, okay, this passage, and tell me what is the most important fact, okay, that you learned from this passage, okay? Remember that the key language, it talks about also myth, it talks about Greek stuff. So maybe in this passage, they're talking about bases, okay, Greek bases from that era, okay? So, well, guys, now it's your turn to read, please, this passage. And after that, please answer exercise number 1, okay? The most important fact that you learned, well, you can say, I learned that, okay? I learned that. And you continue, okay? What you learn, I learned that Greek bases are, I don't know, they're from a religious practice or rituals, okay? They are with different characteristics, different shapes, okay? You tell me what are those. Now, on exercise number 2 from this page, page 72, what do you have to do, guys? Well, in this page, you have to read the text again. That means that you have to go back, read this text, okay, to do exercise number 2. And then you're going to complete this sentence with the correct preposition. What are our prepositions, guys? Okay? Prepositions are connectors. They join sentence, okay? They are helpers that combine sentence. For example, number 1. Number 1 says, blank in ancient Greece, people wrote myth, blank the lives, blank the gods. So over here you have to go back. Okay, see where's that sentence. Once you've located, find the prepositions. Remember that prepositions can be by, next to, okay, under, between. Those are prepositions. So according to this, according to the passage, you have to write the preposition. In this case, the preposition that goes on number 1, I will help you, okay? In this case, it will be in ancient Greece, okay? In is a preposition. In ancient Greece, people wrote myth about the lives of the gods. Those are 3 prepositions that we use most in of about. Okay, then you're going to do the same thing, okay, with the other sentence. Remember to help yourself with this text, okay, with this text. The sentence that we just wrote is this one. In the ancient Greece, people wrote myths about lives of the gods. This sentence right here that I'm underlining, it's on page 72, exercise 2. That is this one right here that we just did, okay? So now it's your turn to finish these exercises in this period of time, and then we continue with the next page, guys.
Prepositions of place. In. At. On. In. Enclosed spaces.
In the square.
At. Specific locations.
At the corner.
On. Surfaces.
On the square.
Examples. Lewis is in the lift. Lewis is now at the lift. Peter is at the table. Jenny is on the table. Brian is in jail. The flag is on the White House. The president is in the White House. Learning log page 73. Now we're going to focus on page 73. On page 73, well, in this subject, quick language, we're going to learn about prepositions. On the previous page, you had to write down several prepositions according to the passage. So now first we're going to read this concept box, this language key, this language key that will help us understand what is prepositions, the type of prepositions, and some examples of it, Prepositions. Well, prepositions help explain the relationship between words and ideas in a sentence. They describe the position of something. So they describe the position of something, the time when something happens, and the way in which something is done. So it describes these three facts, Position, time, and way. Let's look at the example. The position of something. Examples. Her bag is under the chair in the kitchen. My house is between a store and a gas station. So that means here is the store, here is my house, and here is the gas station. In between, in the middle. Under. So here you have your box and it's under. Under. In the kitchen, inside something. Now, the time when something happens. So here will be the time when something happens. Examples, the class starts at 9 p.m. She went to the dentist on Wednesday. Went on Wednesday at 9 o'clock a.m. The way in which something is done. We traveled to Canada by plane. How? By plane. She should do miming without speaking, no, not doing it, without speaking, miming, Now this is prepositions. Remember that there are three types of prepositions, Position, time, and way. Take a look at this exercise, exercise number 3 from page 73. It says, underline the word that best completes each sentence. So over here, it says, the first sentence says, the vase is on, in, the counter. Where is it? On or in? It's on the counter. On the counter. The museum is somewhere around, at, here. Where? Around or at? Around here. What I just did, you're going to do, guys, the same thing with the other sentences. Remember that you can go back on the passage on page 72 and check the sentence. Now, on exercise number 4, it says, how are today's containers different from ancient Greek ones? In the space below, describe 4 different containers we use in present day. Compare your list with a few of your classmates. Discuss which containers you think are better and whether the ones used in the past or the ones used in the present some way. Containers. Containers are the things that you use, okay, to keep something in safe or in place. For example, a container will be like a jar of candy, maybe a bottle of water can be also a container. There's several containers. Also use ideas from the internet. Okay, you can make some research some containers, okay, on the internet. And I will give you several examples of it. Here's one jar, candy jar. Sorry, this one will be candy jar. Let's eliminate this one. It will be candy jar, bottle of water, okay. The jar of the maple. Several containers, okay. You have to just write down some examples of it.
So I will give you enough time to do both exercises from this page, okay guys?
Prepositions of time. What are some of the prepositions of time? In, at, on, in, months.
My birthday is in June.
In, years.
We got married in 1993.
In, centuries.
Michelangelo died in the 16th century.
In, seasons.
We're going on holiday in winter.
At, precise time.
I'm meeting my sister at 2 o'clock.
On, days.
My new car arrives on Wednesday.
On, dates.
I'm visiting a friend in hospital on the 15th of January. Page 74. Now we're going to work on this page 74, and this is really cool. Why? Because this page has an audio, okay? So we're going to first listen to the track from page 74, this exercise, okay? Let's first read the indication from exercise number 1. It says, listen to the different communities. Label the pictures with their correct classification. Design your community is the audio that we're going to hear, okay? This is the track. What do you have to do? Well, right here you have to label, underneath label each image, okay? Underneath you have a line that you have to label it. Listen to the audio, okay? And which one are they talking about according to their description? Okay, once you do it, then we're going to continue on exercise number 2. So, guys, listen to the audio.
Describe your community.
Hi, I'm Julian. I live in an urban community. Urban communities are also known as cities. In my city, there are many homes and apartment buildings. There are large businesses, stores, and restaurants. There are also hospitals, libraries, and homeless shelters. Most buildings in my city are higher and closer together than buildings in other communities. There are many forms of transportation in my city, such as buses, subways, and trains. I love to ride the subway to get to school every day. What about you? What's your community like?
Hi, Julian. I'm Kim. I live in a suburban community. My community is on the outskirts of the city. In my community, we also have many homes, schools, stores, and healthcare facilities. But these buildings are smaller and farther apart than in the city. My mother, like most people in this area, drives a car around our community. My father works in the city, so he takes the commuter train to get to work. I love riding the school bus to get to school every day.
Hi, Julian and Kim. My name is Lee. I live in a rural community. My community is in the country, away from big towns and cities. In my community, many people work on farms or in the fields. Other people work in factories, in mines, or in the forest logging trees. We need to have our own transportation to travel around the community. I love it when my father drives me to school in his pickup truck.
Okay, guys, now that you did finish listening, we're going to do exercise number 2 from page 74, okay? It says, listen again and write down similarities and differences between these 3 kinds of communities. Then answer, what kind of community do you live in? How do you know? Discuss your answer. So over here, you have to listen one more time to the track. Okay, that means you have to listen to the audio one more time. And while you're listening, you have to write down these 3 facts that they're asking you for. The kinds of buildings, how are the buildings, the size of the buildings, and the transportation according to each community. Remember that each community has different transportation. Some people use cars, trains, subways, airplanes, taxis, bicycles, horses, even animals, okay, to transport themselves. The size of the buildings, some are tall, thin, wide, large. The kinds of buildings, some have skylines, some are skylines or skyscrapers. Some are hospitals, kinds of buildings like hospitals, schools, several buildings, okay? Once you're done with that, then you have to write down what kind of community do you live? Well, I live in a urban community, okay? How do I know that? Well, because I have internet access, I have several malls, I have playgrounds, I'm surrounded by hospitals, surrounded by schools, surrounded by supermarkets, and several things, okay? Now, exercise number 3 from this page, it says, each underlined word has letters added to the beginning or the end of the root word. Okay, to the beginning or the ending of the root word. For example, take a look to this word. Unhappy is a word, okay? The beginning of the words starts with un, okay? And happy is another word that means another thing. Un means something and happy means something. And together means unhappy, that you're not happy. Happy means that you're smiling, enjoying things. Unhappy, that you're not happy. And you see how this underlined word changes this word and changes the definition. So in this case over here, okay? In this case over here, it says circle these letters added and write the root word on the line. Follow the example. Take a look at this example. It says homeless. Homeless. Home, it's a word. And less, it's also a different word. Each word separated has its own meaning. Okay? For example, home. The word home means your little house. Okay, where you live. Less means not enough. Not enough. Okay, oh, I don't have any nice words. Okay, less, it's just a few, in other words. Okay? So, over here, homeless together means something. Okay? So, what is the word that is most common is a noun? Home. Okay? And at the end, has less. So, you're going to circle, they're circling right here, the letters that are added at the root, at the end of the word, or at the beginning. It could always also be. Okay? Now, in this case, take a look at exercise number 2. I will help you in that one. I live in an apartment building. Building. Okay, it's underlined. And it says each underlined word has letters added at the beginning. Okay, I'm going to circle the added one, ing. Okay, what is my word? Build. Build means it's a verb. It's when you're going to build something, construct something. Building, adding ing, building means edificio, building. A big, large construction, okay, where you can live or do several activities. Okay? Now you're going to do the same thing with the other exercise. I hope you understood this part. That you just have to circle the letters added at the end or at the beginning of the word, root word. Okay? And now guys, for this activity, I will give you enough time to do also this one and the previous activity. Remember that you have to do both activities, okay, together.
inter, extra, hyper, ultra, semi, just to name a few. Now then we know what suffixes do. Stationary, able, eight, nines will help you too. And it's true, some words have two. Reconstruction, disagreement, unlikely reaction. Now that the words have changed, there will be something new for us to say. Now that the words have changed, there will be something new for us to say. Now that the words have changed, there will be something new for us to say.
Page 75. Now we're going to work on page 75. That is this page that you have right here. You have theory exercise that you have to do and read this concept box in color gray. Let's start by reading this concept box, and that it says, remember that affixes are made up of letters that are allied to the beginning of the end, to the beginning or the end of the root word. Okay? So let's underline this part. Okay? Affixes. Okay, they are added at the beginning or the end of the root word. Okay? Letters added to the beginning of a word are called prefixes. Prefixes, okay? At the beginning. Letters, no, let's do this. Let's underline this with another. Prefixes at the beginning. Letters added to the end of the word are called suffixes. Oh, let's change better this color. Sorry. In suffixes. Okay? So, remember that let's before I continue, let me make a mind map. Affixes can either be into presentations. Okay, they are made of letters that can be added at the beginning. When you add it at the beginning, what is it called? At the beginning, well, it's called, in this case, it's called prefixes. And if you add it at the end, in this case, it's called how? Suffixes. Okay? Suffixes. So, affixes can be at the beginning or at the end. And at the beginning is called this, and at the end is called like this. Okay? By adding affixes to a root word, we change its meaning or create a new word. Example: Manny helps younger suburban kids learn how to play baseball. The sub in the suburban is a prefix that changes the meaning of the word urban. Okay? So, sub is a prefix because it starts at the beginning. Okay? This one. Urban changed the meaning. Okay? ER, younger, ER in younger is a suffix that changes the degree of the word young. Okay, this one right here. ER, you see? It's suffix at the end and prefix at the beginning. Some special cases for the ER suffixes are when an adjective ends in E. Example, close, closer. Or when it ends in Y, when it is changed for an I. Example, pretty, prettier. In this case, if a word, okay, for example, the word pretty, it ends with an Y, okay, and you're going to change it for the Y, you change it for an I, okay. This letter you change it for the I, and then you add ER. So that means it'll be prettier, okay. Y, you change it for I, and then you add ER. In this case over here, closer, if the word ends with an E, then what happens? Then you're going to just add AR to the word, okay? Like this one. Closer, you just add an R. Like that, okay? If it ends with an Y, then you add ER and you change the Y into an I. Okay? Now, On exercise number 4 from page 75, this page, it says, match each definition in the left column to the correct vocabulary word in the right column. Write the correct letter in this phrase forbidden. Now, over here, you have these words, okay? And over here, you have the definition. Let's do number 1. The means of moving people or goods. Moving people or goods. Yes, transportation. So over here will be transportation, okay? And they're asking me to match, okay? In this case, I will circle the affix that is in this word. In this case, it's at the end, okay? Transport means moving people or goods. Transport means the moving people or goods. Transportation changes the definition because you're added a what? Suffix or let's go back. Are you adding a prefix? Okay? Or a suffix? Prefix or suffix? Yes, you're adding a suffix. So over here, this one in this case will be suffix. I say suffix, sorry. It's suffix. Now the same thing you're going to continue with the other ones. Read the definition and match it with the column that's on your right. Okay? Now, on exercise number 5 from page 75 says, underline the prefix and circle the suffixes of the words in the right-hand column above. Then use the correct form of the words to complete the following sentences. So, this indication that is telling you right here, it's from exercise number 4, page 75. Okay? For example, transportation was the word that we found the definition. In this case, I circled Asian and just leaving the word transport. So I'm going to use transport in a sentence. In this case, matches with sentence number 5. Before planes, trains were used as the principal means of transport. So you see that this word I added here. So that means that if we go back, it's really important for you to underline, okay, or circle according to the word. In this case, I circle. Why? Because they're telling me over here to circle these suffixes. This is a suffix because it's at the end. And you have to underline the prefixes. So, remember, underline prefix, okay, and circle suffixes, okay, suffixes. Now, here this is a suffix, that's why I circle. So in this case, you have to check these other ones, these other words, and you either underline and circle. Once you have it, like mine, then you're going to just use that word to complete the sentence over here, okay? Using the previous words, this one's over here, but remember eliminating the prefix or suffix, okay? Now, on exercise number 6 says, work with a classmate. Obviously not, you're going to do it individually. And you're going to choose a community you know well. Describe your communities to each other using words with affixes. In the space below, draw your classmate's community according to the description you heard. Is it urban, suburban, or rural? So in this case, you're just going to draw it and you're going to describe it. Here, I need you to describe your community. Okay, so you need to describe. That means that you need to write, okay, information or write details about your community. Details, okay, about your community. I'm just writing this really short, okay. Details about your community. And you're also going to draw the community that you're describing. Okay, if you're describing a rural, urban, or suburban or rural community, then you're going to draw it. So that means that you have to draw and describe in this iPad space, okay? So, well, guys, I will give you enough time to work on this activity. Remember to please use colors. Use colors for your drawings, okay? And well, guys, let's start. Keywords review. It's time to check the keywords, okay? And let's analyze them. Now we're going to check the keywords from page 74. The keywords are located in the bottom part to your left hand, right here, okay? These are the keywords that we will analyze. It's business, business, commuter, commuter, intrinsic, intrinsic, rural, rural, suburban, suburban, urban, urban. Now these are the words, okay? The first one will be business. What does business mean? Well, business is a noun, is a person's regular occupation, profession, or trade, okay? Business is when you do this, okay? You exchange ideas. It's a profession, it's like a work or profession. Also, business could be the practice of making one's living by engaging in commerce. So this part will be like digital business. Okay, it's a work from a particular commerce. Okay, to live by. It's a place or a commerce. Okay, that you, for example, jewelry business will be a commerce of jewelry. Okay, when you deal or sell or buy jewelry. So business could be like a noun. In this case, would be like the occupation or the trading part. Okay. The other word will be commuter. Okay, for this word I didn't find image, but it's a noun. It's a person who travels some distance to work on a regular basis. So here's like a passenger. Okay, a traveler, a person that moves from one place to another one. For example, the company provides showers and lockers for bicycle commuters. Okay, people that travel a lot for their business or due to their work. Intrinsic is an adjective. It's belonging, naturally, essential. Okay, it's a person that isn't born innate. Okay, also it can refer to the muscle. Okay, that is contained wholly within the organ on which it acts. Okay, this is referring about your body, but this one about your essential. Okay, the way you feel yourself, your ideas, your thoughts, what's on your mind. Okay, it says access to the arts is intrinsic to a high quality of life. Okay, so intrinsic will be a natural part or natural being. Okay, being inherent, being born. Okay, to several ideas. The other one will be rural. Okay, rural is an adjective. Is in relating to or characteristic of the countryside rather than the town. Or be like a rustic or countryside part, like the country. It's where you see more, you see agriculture, you see grass, you see small houses. Okay, there's no use of internet. Okay, it's more rustic. Now, the other one will be suburban. Suburban is an adjective. It's of a characteristic of a suburb. It's also contemporarily, dull, and originally. Okay, this refers suburban, the way of living like in a town, but it has several commerce. It has several supermarkets. Okay, not like so big like the ones you have in a urban city. No, but well, it has conventional things, ordinary things. Okay, and it's like in this image. Also, it's described like the characteristics described on the audio that we just heard. The other one will be urban. Urban is an adjective also. It's in or relating to or characteristic of a town or a city. This is a city. Okay, this is a big town with buildings, with more population. Okay, more supermarkets, places to interact. Okay, also it can mean denoting or relating to popular dance music associated with black performers. Urban will be also like in dancing parts. Okay, urban refers to the music. Okay, the type of rhythm that is associated with music. And well, this is all for today, guys. This is a subject done. I hope you have a wonderful day. I love you so much and take care. Now,
Healthy. Back to school guide. Follow these steps to be safe. Number 1, use hand sanitizer. Number 2, wash your hands with soap and water. Number 3, cover your mouth when you sneeze or cough. Number 4, if you feel sick, don't go to school. Number 5, don't share your things. Number 6, no hugs, kisses, or handshake. Number 7, keep your distance. Number 8, wear your mask. A clean hand is a caring hand. Did you know proper hand hygiene is number 1 way to prevent the spread of germs? Follow these simple steps for proper hand hygiene. Soap and water. Hand sanitizer. Now you will learn how to use the proper way of using a hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer. Apply to the palm of one hand like this, okay? Rub over both hands like this. You need to rub over your both hands. And you just have to, it has to cover all your hands. And you just have to let it dry, okay? That's all. Wash your hair. It's the best line of defense, okay? Washing your hair frequently for a period of time to 20 to 30 seconds. And while you're doing it, try to sing a song, a short song, okay? Now, remember that washing the hands is really, really important. You need to do it before eating, okay? After going to the bathroom, okay? After touching an animal, after touching the garbage, okay, any garbage, after handing or touching a pet or pet food, okay, you need to do it also after blowing your nose, okay, your nose, coughing, or sneezing your nose. Okay, you need to always wash those hands. They're really important to keep them clean, okay, and to keep them safe. So let's watch this video how to wash your hands. You should wash your hands for the amount of time it takes to sing happy birthday, 20 seconds. Wet your hands with water. Apply enough soap to cover your hands. Rub your hands together and use one hand to rub back the other hand and clean between your fingers. Do the same with other hand. Then rub your hands back to your fingers against your palms. Then rub your thumb using your other hand. Do the same with the other thumb. Then rub the tips of your fingers on the thumb of your other hand. Rinse your hands with enough water. Dry your hands completely with a towel. And then use the towel to turn off the tap. And you're ready to start your day. The proper ways of coughing, okay? The proper ways of coughing, well, you have to use a clean tissue, okay, to wipe my runny nose. Now, you have to cover your cough. How do you cover your cough? Well, use your elbow to cough like that, or grab a tissue, okay, to cover your cough, okay? Remember to use clean tissues. Now, if you want to sneeze, you need to grab a tissue and sneeze like this, okay? These papers that you use while you were running your nose, cleaning your nose, while you were coughing and while you were sneezing, you need to throw these tissues in the bin, okay? And after all that process, you need to wash your hands, okay? Okay guys, these facts are also important. Now that we're going to go back to school, you need to know that you have to mark or keep your distance, okay? Your distance has to be 1 meter, okay, or 2 meters maximum. Remember that we have to avoid the social distance. We have to keep the social distancing, okay? And avoid sharing food. Don't share your food. Don't share your personal items, personal things like your sweaters, like your pencils, pencil case, okay? And don't hug, no hugs and no handshaking, okay? We need to avoid that to avoid the germs. Now, also you need to avoid sharing your drinks, your bottle of water or your juices. You need to avoid that. You keep your things by yourself, you protect your things, okay? And stop sharing. The purpose of this is to maintain your body safe, maintain your health safe, and avoid sharing germs with your classmates. If you don't feel well, then don't go to school. If you feel like your nose is running, if you feel like you have a sore throat, okay, like this person right here, this little image, he has a sore throat, he's coughing, he has maybe the flu, he has a headache, or if your eyes are watering, if you feel bad, okay, if you don't feel well, then please don't go to school. Report to the school, to the coordinators, and that you will not be able to go to school. Why? The purpose of this is to avoid getting your classmates also sick, okay? How to put on, use, take off, and dispose of a mask. Okay, now I will show you right here how to put or use a mask, okay? Well, what do? First, you need to wash your hands before putting your mask on, okay? Now that your hands are clean, then you're going to grab your mask from the band loose, okay? From the band loose, from right here, you're going to grab it, okay? And you're going to open it, put it in your on your ears like this, and now you're going to grab it from here, and that's all. Here I am safe, okay? I have a guarantee protect and avoid from spitting, okay? Now if you want to take it off, then you grab it from your band loose, you grab it like this, and here you put it in the trash bin, okay? Trash bin, or you put it away, okay? And then if you're going to use it one more time, then wash your hands and remember to grab it from here, okay? Now, the don'ts that you don't have to do this. The guarantee protect is like this. This is a guarantee protection, okay? This is all protection. Your nose is protected, your mouth is protected. Like this is not protection, no protection. Like this is not protection, okay? You need to wear your mask covering your nose and your mouth, okay? Remember to take it off from here, okay? So those are the proper ways or the proper use of wearing a mask. Remember to always keep your mask on. And well, why to keep your mask on? Because do your part of your wear mask, okay? My mask is my protection. It protects you and it protects me, okay? So like it says on the image, my mask protects you and your mask protects me, okay? So well guys, this is all from a good healthy, okay, of taking care of yourself. And remember to always follow other steps, okay? Take care of yourself, okay? And if you take care of yourself, everyone is going to take care of themselves and be safe, okay? So please follow every step.